Hello everyone, welcome for a new video on my channel. I hope you are doing well this Sunday. You survived SVS, whether you lost, whether you win. I'll make a quick guide today. There are a few things I want to cover on Sunday. It's kind of continuing the series of videos of one video a day and talking about current events with a special guide on Enlistment Office. So SVS, if you had your first this time, or if you are used to it, it's a preparation phase. You have the matchmaking on Saturday, so it's finding the opponents that on Sunday at reset. Then Monday preparation phase until actually Saturday. It's 5 days plus the first 10 hours of Saturday, so it's nearly 5 days and a half. Then you can start to attack each other for 2 hours. Then you have the castle battle for 3 to 6 hours, and then so that's already all happened. You either win prep phase or lose prep phase. If you win prep phase, you attack the opponent state castle, and if you lose prep phase, you have to defend your own castle. And then during the battle, the castle can be captured, or or you keep it basically, or they keep it, or you capture it, or they capture it. This has consequences, but I don't want to go too much in depth. What happened and what's interesting is that after 10 p.m. on Saturday, all the time I'm mentioning are UTC. You get that state of power event updating. So I'll talk about enlistment in a minute. I just want to go through that first. So it's in SVS you get 90. Is it mentioned quickly somewhere? But no, you get up to 90% of your troops back. So the way it works, you see that's like the top line is all the troops I've lost. So I fought quite a bit. I end up ranking 5th, I think, or 4th in the battle day, which is a bit upsetting. I aim for 1 or 2, but the whales were too active, so I cannot compete with them. It would have cost me like so much more troops to even try to compete, and it would have taken me so much more time compared to them, because for me it takes a lot more attacks to empty a city, and I cannot attack every city that I could technically, because I'm not strong enough. So I was like, it's good enough, I can manage it's good enough reward for what I've spent in terms of times and stuff, so I'll go with that. But you see, I've lost 400k troops, so that's nearly 44k. Not 44k, 440k of troops, right, of infantry, 135k of lancers, 315k of marksmen, and you see I got back up to 90% of that if you look below and you look here. So how does it work? You just buy potions. You see, you use 10 out of 10, so you buy that with gems. Then you request assistance, and then when you request assistance, you show here, and your allies can give you an terms to increase 40%. So basically, if I recall well, you have 10% by default. You get 30% yourself using potion, so you have to buy these, and then your alliance teammates are giving you an extra 50%. That's why you want farm, that's why you want secondary accounts in your alliance, even if they are not active. I mean, in a farm alliance or somewhere else, you want multiple accounts. So when that's happened, you can help everyone revive. So you can make, multiple accounts. I think they need to be level 7 or something. It takes 15 to 30 minutes to do. And you just use them on SVS to make sure everyone has troops. If you have a long list and, people cannot revive their troops, then, you will lose a lot of power as an alliance. I'll talk about SVS after. As you see, we lost battle phase. I'll debrief a tiny bit. I did not stream the battle phase, but I'll debrief a tiny bit. But what I wanted to talk to you about, because I got quite a few questions, is Enlistment Office. So as you can see, I have nearly 300k troops in there. Some of them are T5, so that's going to be quick, but I'll explain in a moment. So you can see I got a current royalty rate, current royalty recovery rate, so that's what I'm earning per hour, and that's allowing me to I can trade my loyalty basically for troops. So if you look at it, I got nearly 4.5k loyalty. So if I go, I do quick select, it tells me for the loyalty I have how many troops I can get. So it's 1,177. So from time to time, What, a bit less? Okay, it was 73 maybe or something, 71. Okay, so Enlist is available, so you can see I'm nearly using all I got. So I got my troops back. So these troops are not dead. They are like kind of queued somewhere, and you can get them back. The first thing to know is, and to be reassured, is you can easily get back 100k to 150k per week. So if you have enlistment that's nearly full, you know, I wish you not. 1 million is a lot, but you know, if you have 100k, 200k, 300k, it's gonna take 1-2 weeks. For me, it's gonna be 2 weeks, more or less. And I'll talk to you about how to get loyalty. Like, you know, it says like you can get to loyalty recovery rate limit 14.5k, right? You never go above that. Like I tried many things, you never go above that, above 1.5k. So how to get to 1.5k? It's simple. You need to have your infirmary empty. That's one of the first things. If you get your infirmary full, which you might after SVS, you need to empty it. You know, it's gonna take a day or two, or you know, if you have people using help a lot, it might take you 15 minutes, you know, just to heal in batches of like 400, 500 troops, 300 troops. Maybe you get, you know, the title to be able to heal a bit faster, things like that. But you need to empty your infirmary, then it will buff slightly your current loyalty recovery rate. So you will get more per hour, and then you will be able to revive more troops. The only two other options you have, and you can see it in reports, is not here. When you gather tiles, right, you get some loyalty as well. So see, it's not a lot, right? It's giving you back some troops. So you might want, you know, either to send 5 marches if you have 6 for a while. You know, you might want to use that a bit, but yeah, I got quite a few, so that's a good to know. And the other ones, and I'm not sure I can see it here, but you get extra loyalty per intel missions as well. So resources, intel mission, emptying your infirmary, and that's basically what you can do. See, the severely injured in the infirmary, the faster it accumulates. So that's the infirmary, right? Collecting from daily mission and gathering. So that the two things you can really do. So that's really important to know. So basically, I forgot to mention how it works, but it explained at the top. If your infirmary is full, troops are going to the enlistment. What happened though is like, let me see if I can find it. This one, right? So I had two, my infirmary was full. So I got 50k troops going to the infirmary, but I lost 2,218. These are deleted, like if you have that email, it's called max capacity reach for injured. The first number is what got, you know, in infirmary or enlistment, whichever, probably enlistment. And the second number is dead troops. Like you lost these troops. So let's say you are playing on a local Sunfire, so not the SVS Sunfire. You are playing for a fort or fortresses. You are fighting against someone in your state, and you know your infirmary is full. You don't pay attention, or you get attacked by someone. Like these, and there is always a percentage when you go from full infirmary to enlistment. There is, I would say always, maybe there are a few exceptions, but nearly every time you will get some dead troops. So you will lose troops. The good news with SVS is, that's why I started the video with that, is you get 90% back of everything that dies. So when I mean everything that dies during SVS, it's only from Saturday 10 a.m. UTC to 10 p.m. UTC. So you have a window of 12 hours for battle day. And during that window of 12 hours, everything that dies, you get up to 90% back, right? So you get 10%, you can get rebirth tomes from other players up to 50 times. and then you get you can buy potion for yourself, like I explained. So that's the good news, right? So I lost maintenance notice. Okay, I'll go through that later. I'll finish on enlistments and we'll review the patch note together. So yeah, so out of the 2,200, I got 90% back, so I lost 220 troops or something, and that's okay. That's okay with me. I was ready to fight. So how did it happen that my enlistment is full? There are a few options, right? Either you don't pay attention and you're fighting, and you are not healing, and your infirmary gets full, and then you're like, oh shit, I put things in my enlistment I shouldn't have. Or for me, what happened is I got caught by a whale. So I was fighting. Oh man, when I see it, it really hurts. So I was fighting, right? I was trying to kill and see, like it was 11:05, so that was like 6 minutes after the start of I think these are UTC. No, these are local time, I think. I'm not sure if they are UTC, but it was quite quick, like he caught me quite quickly. They were like this guy was basically a maxed out player. That's why we lost the battle phase, because of him. He's too strong compared to our spenders. Like they are getting close to be maxed, but they are still a bit further. So it takes us 2 or 3 rallies to knock him off, and if they defend, reinforce well in between our rallies, then we don't. So C is maxed out, right? If you can see my stat versus his stats, he got like 800 to 1,000 more percentage than me. So that's basically mean that with a march of 200k troops, he can explode 2 million troops in my city. His percentages are so strong compared to me, then one march is exploding 2 million troops, which is more than a rally. The issue is like I had my heroes out, my good ones, so I had bad heroes inside. So maybe with better heroes, it would have been a tiny bit of a different stories, because I got bad gear. Like these are kind of old heroes that are not very good. But that's why I got my enlistment full. I got caught by a whale and he speed up his march. So in a few seconds, you see the red radar icon on the right. You see your screen flashing in red, and 2-3 seconds later, the guy is destroying you because he's spamming 50% marching speed ups, and he can afford it. So you get caught. If you get caught twice, you will have as you can see, that's filling my infirmary because I got some. So that means that I got 455k. Some went to enlistment, and some are dead. So let's see if I can find the email actually. So that's when SVS. So that's 10 UTC. So that's 11. So that's my time. Yeah. So that was. He nearly destroyed me 6 minutes in. So see, that's when he got me. The first time. I have an email. I did not even have an email. Your infirmary is full or something. I got that. So yeah. So perished. That means that some of these went to my enlistment, which is a bit weird, right? Treatment and perished. Please upgrade. Some of these went to enlistment, but I believe like a percentage of these are dead. And I remember some in-game notification explaining that better than this one somehow. But maybe I'm wrong. But some of it went to enlistments, and some of these are dead, basically. So that's filled my infirmary, and that some of these are dead. So that happened in 4 seconds. I could not teleport. I teleported, but then, it was too late, basically. And if the guy could, if he wanted to, he could do that with 2 or 3 marches, send them all at once, send 3 marches, speed them up, and he will basically zero me in 2 or 3 marches. So that's what happens. You get caught by a whale, and you need to be very careful. And I was on stream, so if you want to watch the replay how it happened, you can. But you have the red screen, and then 3, 4, 5 seconds later, you're dead. And that's what happened when the guy is that strong. So, I'm not weak, right? I got golden gear. These are my bad heroes because I was attacking other players. I got, fire crystal 6 troops. I had 2 million troops. I had not enough infantry, maybe. But I have a lot of troops in my base, and, you still got destroyed. So that's what's happened. So enlistment, TLDR is gather, do your intel missions, and then empty your infirmary. So if my infirmary has a few troops, it doesn't matter much. But if it's full, then you will see that will go lower. But again, you won't get more than that, even if it says like, I watch all the videos in the world about it, read all the guides. If you know how to get to 14.5k, just let me know. I don't think anybody, maybe there are some, I don't know, if you are close to 1 million, or if it's full, maybe it gets higher or something. But and something you don't want to do is to buy these. So you can buy loyalty tags, which give you 1,000 loyalty points, right? So if you look at it, I got 1,000.5 loyalty 500 loyalty points per hour. So that's not even an hour. One token is not even an hour. So for €5, for €6, you get 30 hours. 30 token, which is it's like a day basically. You get, so like, you can wait a day for your troop to come back. Unless, because like there is nothing on Sunday, right? If you look at the events, SVS battle was yesterday. There is no foundry. There is never any event on Sunday. Sunday is a chill day. You don't have nothing to fight. The next fight is not Tuesday. Usually you don't even have Frostfire Mine or anything. Maybe you have Bear, So really, like, let's say you have all your marksman in the Enlistment Office and you're a big spender. Maybe you buy one or two and you get your marksman back to do bear, but even if you miss a bear, it's okay. So, but I will not suggest to use this for gems. Like if you're a big spender for whatever reason and you don't care, maybe, but I would not suggest to spend money here, to be honest. These are pretty bad. And for free to play, like, please do not buy that with money, just wait. I know it's tough, but I got that. Not nearly every SVS, but most SVS I got 1,000, 100,000, 200,000. I got up to 500,000 when I got zeroed once. I was offline during SVS battle, and for 30 seconds, and then I came back online with 5 people around me and marches going back and forth and zeroing my city. So yeah, so you got zeroed. I think it was early, so I did not have many troops. So I had like 500 or 600k. And as I said, you get 100k to 150k per week back. So that's going to take me 2 weeks and I'll be able to play, and there is no problem with that. See, I've lost a lot of power. I used to be 371 million and I'm 338, but it's going to come back. These things do not really matter. That's all you need to do about enlistment. What you want to be very careful is the limit, right? If I have 1,033,000, all the troops are dead for good. So that will be very important in like Frost Dragon Tyrant events, because people fight for many hours and I think your enlistment capacity is multiplied by 5 or something crazy. So people put million of troops, and then your enlistment is 3 or 4 times your infirmary, something like that, or 5 times your infirmary. So that's why you want to increase it as well, right? You don't want it to, if you're a fighter, you don't want your infirmary to be too much behind. It's not an important building, but between the two buildings, it's giving you a lot more. So you want to be careful on Frost Dragon Tyrant, not to get too above that, because otherwise you will lose the troop for good, or you will have to spend a lot of money to buy tokens before the end of the event. And I know that in older states, people lost a lot of troops the first time, and they were really mad at the game and the designers because of that, because they did not anticipate. Because same for SVS, you have your Enlistment Office as a buff. I think it's 200%. I think it's doubling or tripling the capacity of it. So I could be well above 1 million. I have enough troops. If you look at my troops, I still have 2.5 million troops. So I could have filled my enlistment if I got hit by a whale another time, if I got hit by a whale 2 times, like we got people that got hit 2 times by this whale, you could be close to there. Especially, if you have your troops out and you have nothing left in your city, not that much, but if you have all your troops in your cities and the whale is attacking you 3 times, you will get above 1 million if you have a lot of troops, and then you're in big trouble. So that's it for enlistments. Quick words about SVS, and then we'll go through the patch notes and the update. we lost the battle phase. If I go, how can I go easily to their castle? So you see I finish 5. Our alliance finished 3 because we went to Car and to help them a lot. So many points we've made went to Car. Usually we are the first, we fight by far the most on the stage, so usually we are ranked better. And you know, like I said in yesterday live, these are good rewards. I mean, 1 and 2 does not really matter, between 2 and 3, sorry. Even top 5, if you are 3, like, that's okay. But like if you are first, 150 in the shop is a lot. So that's it. But you know, so yesterday it was a good fight. Like the first time we worked together that well, we learned a lot of lessons, and I think we have a long way to go to be like a really, really great team in battle phase. For SVS, I think people have to learn a few things still in our alliances, and we need to communicate better the strategy and have people on board and understand what we do. But we cleared up a lot of confusion. It was a lot of frustration because at the end of the day, we could have won. It was really, really close if you look at it. So I'll go to their states, and I think you can see the history of the battle, right? Battle records. So, see, like it looked like we are missing 25 minutes, but we gave up because we could not, you know, take it. But basically, we had a lead for most of it. And basically, the way we work in our states, we got 5 stars in each alliance, and Car helped us to get that. And now we are trying to get stars to Car. So ideally, we give them 5 stars as well, which we could have given them their first star this time. To be honest, it was really close. And we had a few issues with the battle. It means like the strategy, and I could go a lot more in depth about that, but is Car is holding, let's say Car is holding the castle, right? So they are inside the castle. Ice is starting rallies on Car. At that moment, Car is telling it that they are starting rallies, and we start rally at the same time as Ice, as close as possible as Ice. So what happened is like Ice, they are stronger, they have a maxed out player, so often they will take the castle from us. So to avoid them to accumulate time on castle, because Car cannot start rally when they are inside the castle, so that's why we have to do it. So Ice rally is hitting the castle, and then our rally is kicking out Ice out of the castle immediately. So if we do that well, it's like we start rallies like 1 or 2 seconds, 3 seconds after Ice is starting a rally. So our rally, like they don't have time to reinforce. They are losing a lot of troops. Their troops are injured. They have a rally in the castle, but that's not with the proper defensive hero, and it with like 100k troops, 200k troops, 300k troops. So, and then our rally hits and kicks them out. So then that's why we accumulate a bit of time. And what we are not good at is removing ourselves as it from the castle, so Car can walk in and take the castle. So basically, ideally, because Ice, we kicked out, right, Ice from the castle, their heroes are walking back toward their cities. So their wells do not have their best heroes with them because their best heroes are walking back. So at the second that we are hitting the castle, maybe even before, like Car can start to send walking marches. And then when we see that their strongest players are about to enter to attack the castle, we remove all players from hit. We kick everyone, so Car is getting inside. So that means that Ice is not accumulating any occupation time. Nearly none. And then for us, Car is accumulating because now Ice is having to start a rally, and it takes 5 minutes. So it takes 5 minutes, then the rally is walking, takes another minute, let's say, so 6 minutes, then it kicks out Car, then we kick out Ice immediately, so Car got 6 minutes, while Ice got maybe 3 seconds, and then we give the castle back to Car, so Car got another 6 minutes because they start the rally. And you see, if you are really doing that well, and one state I've been on, I think it was 800, like guys from 800, and it was the Ice Alliance, I think. They were so good at it. Like, we will do that all the time and precisely, and it will be like, we'll kick people out nearly immediately of the castle. So the main alliance we wanted to could hold the castle. The only issue is like we did not have big wells, and we did not have enough troops to hold the castle. So Like we had strong players, but they were far from big whales and maxed out players. So sometimes you are just too weak. You know, when you need to do 3 rallies from one alliance and 3 counter rally for another alliance to have a chance to win on someone just because he is maxed and you are not, that's 6 rally to coordinate for 4 or 5 hours. That takes a lot. That takes a lot of rally leaders. It's really, but that's the main strategy to use. And at some point, you know, they could start a counter rally from D13. So, you know, like we're starting a counter rally to ice, and D13 is starting a counter rally to heat, and AVG could start a counter rally to D13. So like some older states, they have like 3 or 4 alliances doing counter rallies, and that's a big mess. That's a big mess. I'm not sure, you know, you want to go that far, but if you care to win and if you're against good player, that's what you have to do. That's the best strategy. There are a few variations of it, but you know, you can do 2, 3, 4 counter rallies to kick out another player that's stronger. So that's a lot of people online, and that's a lot of timing and a lot of rally leaders that need to be probably on vocal together on Discord or something to be able to say, you know, go. And you know, they are basically, they have the window open. You know, they have the rally window open, and they are ready to send their rallies. And then when the alliance say go, we are getting rallied, you just press go. You know, you just press it at the same time, because if you read it in the chat and you go there and you click and you click and you click and then you start to select your troops, like you're gonna be 10 seconds late and it's not gonna work as effectively. So that's Unfair Castle. So it was very close. We made many mistakes. I think we can do better, and I'll hope that we get better at that next month. But we start, you know, we're improving every month now, so that's good to see. So let's see about the maintenance. So we have a maintenance tomorrow, UTC. So Frostfire, Tyrant, R4, Marker, blah blah. So I don't know much about Frostfire, so I will skip that for now. I mean, I know much because I've made a guide about it, but I did not play it, so I don't want to comment too much until I played it very much. All members will receive weekly. So what are alliance activity reward? Is it from tech? I'm confused. Sometimes the way they name things, you know, I'm not sure what they are talking about here. If someone knows, let me know. Alliance which is chief on this feature will allows chief on the list to automatically join. Okay, so that's something that whitelist, not wishlist. That's something they said in the past. You can have people jumping around, and so you don't have to have a R4 online. So as I mentioned in Friday video, for example, in our state we get Fortress and Stronghold buff from other alliances. So sometimes, you know, we leave alliances, our alliances, to get the buff from 20% buff from somewhere else. And if you put all your R4s and R3s and people that are jumping alliance regularly in the whitelist, then they can join back without any issue. It could be the same during SVS. Sometimes we know we jump between like Heat and Car Alliance. So with the whitelist, it will make that a lot smoother because people can just, you know, go back and forth very, very easily. So Bear Hunt, optimization, added personal best total damage reward for chief participating. Okay, so that's when you reach your personal best damage, you will get some extra rewards. Do I like it? It's extra rewards. The way we do bear is we try to have everyone. Let me show you. Instead of being selfish, right? See, we have a lot of people. Damage ranking, not in that one. That was time trap 1, trap 2. Okay, Friday Bear is not very active, so it's not a good. But retry basically, if you look at damage, right? Where are the billion rewards? So for us, we are in that range. So people could go to 2.4 billion damage, but they will have to steal most of the good rallies. still it's a big world, right? They will have to get in most of the strong rallies. So we aim for everyone to be 1.2 billion. So when I reach 1.2 billion, I keep starting rallies because my rally are doing decent damage, but I stop joining rallies. So I'm not trying to go to 2.4 billion. So if they give us reward for achieving the best rewards, the best damage, it will push people to stop being team players and to push for their own damage every time. So I'm not sure it's gonna work. Let's see. But you know, that's something to consider in your alliance, is for people not to steal all the points. Also, cooldown for each participation has been changed to 2 natural days. That I'm a bit confused the way they word it. The cooldown of each participation has been changed from 46 hours to 2 natural days. So that might mean that, okay, the way I understand it is, let's say you do bear at 8 p.m. UTC on Monday. So 1 natural day happened on Tuesday, between Monday and Tuesday reset, and 1 natural day is happening on Tuesday to Wednesday reset, which means on Wednesday you can do it whenever you want. So because we have 2 traps, right? If I pick our examples. Right now there is a 46-hour cooldown. So if I do it at 21, that's let's say 20 UTC, because there are 2 hours and a half between our traps, next time you cannot do it bear trap 1. So once you, let's say you do bear trap 1, usually for a reason you have a meeting, something, you skip bear trap 1, you cannot attend, you say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna do bear trap 2 to catch up. Okay, you do bear trap 2, but you can never go back to bear trap 1 unless you skip 1 bear trap and you do not participate. So your 46-hour cooldown is reset and is available. So, but you have to skip 1. Now what they say with a natural day is on the second day of the bear you can do it anytime. So you cannot do more bear traps. You cannot do like 2 bear traps in a row or something, but you can do whichever you want based on the day. And I think that's a really good change, and that's something people have been asking about a lot. So that's good. This one is good. Alliance Showdown. Added notification for the start time of matchmaking phase. Added rules for reward insurance. Okay, and include alliance token in daily reward, star rewards, and ranking rewards. So that's good because I'm not sure what they mean by added rules for reward insurance included, but you will get alliance tokens. Alliance tokens are used for shops. That's our alliance token. So you can see now that they added the pets. It's hard to buy pets plus speed ups plus teleports. It's possible to buy all like I've done, because last week we had alliance mobilization, and alliance mobilization, if you rank, it gives you a lot of alliance tokens. So for a while you can buy all, but next week I cannot anymore. I cannot buy the pets food, for example, anymore. So that they are adding some alliance token here is very good, because these are every 4 weeks, and alliance mobilization is 2 weeks after. So basically you will load up a lot of alliance token every 2 weeks now, instead of once a month. So that's very good. So I'm not sure about the matchmaking phase. Who cares? Okay, so formation. Added a feature that allows you to name your formation. Okay, each name can only consist of 3 characters. Okay, so you can have, let's say for bear 1 you can call it B1, and then for defense you call it D1 or D2 or def, or for offense you call it off. So you can have a name like that's what they're talking about, that stuff, right? Right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and you could probably have an option to edit it and to call it B1, D1, off, def or something, so which is what. For me, I always use the same setup. So for example, that's to do daily polar terrors and intel mission. That's to do bear rallies, so it's 10, 10, 80 in troop ratio. That's what is working the best for us right now. Then I have my 3 marches for rally joiner for bear, damage optimized for damage. Then I got to join for bear 10, 10, 80 as well, but with no heroes. I don't care to have. I could optimize and put Mia or some other hero that my alliance is allowing, but I do 1.2 billion so easily, then I don't care at that point. Then I have, and 7 and 8 I keep for like situational for like that's the one I update often. So for example, yesterday we did defense with Patrick and we used 60-40 for rally leaders, to join, or we use 60-40 for joining rally. So I'll update these two based on what I need for Crazy Joe, for SVS battle, whatever I need. I'll use 7 and 8. So tiny thing that they are doing. Arena added a feature that allows you to purchase multiple challenge attempts in one go. Okay. So in Arena, you probably know that, but you can buy attempts, and often you have to do 1, 2. So I buy 3 every day, so I'll do it now anyway. But so you probably have an option to buy all of them at once or something, and it's telling you, how much it costs. Ceasefire added 8-hour protection period for chiefs affected by ceasefire, preventing the president or supreme president for using this skill against them again while the protection is active. So basically, ceasefire, you probably never seen it, but president skill, is it showing here? Ceasefire, preventing a chief from attacking other chief for 1 hour. So if you have someone that's murdering before castle battle or after castle battle, if you have an opponent that's really murdering your alliance because a lot of people are not shielded, or outside of SVS you're president and you have a whale that's causing issues, you can use ceasefire. For 1 hour they will be quiet, they cannot do anything. And you can use that in SVS battle phase before and after castle, because after castle battle there is a castle active, so the president can use it, and after the castle battle someone is president as well again, so you can use it too. So that's, most people never use it, but you can use it. I think it will be very good to use actually in some cases, to defensively or offensively. So there will be an 8-hour cooldown on that, so you cannot be you cannot be silenced for 14 hours which I guess is good. Okay, Canyon Clash added fuel bonus indicators for building guardian on different level. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what added fuel bonus indicators. So maybe it's on the building, you see, like I manage fuel in Canyon Clash and I don't see how it's improving the game. Maybe it's visually, because there are two ways to give fuel in Canyon Clash. Either R4 can give you fuel and you can manage your alliance, or you can yourself, when you are in a building that's giving fuel, you can ask for the fuel to be given to you basically. So people can claim it themselves, or R4 can give it to them. So that's maybe showing on the building how much fuel is being given by the building, so people can maybe just take it for themselves a bit more easily. Added generation label for heroes beyond Gen 3. So that's something they said they will do for a long time as well. So if I look at my heroes right now, of course I know which generation are they, because I got them one by one, one generation at a time, but sometimes you don't. So that's Gen 5, that's Gen 4, that's Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 1. So after Gen 3 you will get an indication. So that's that's something, I guess. Position application. The Minister of the Interior will see a red dot notification. Okay. Just to ensure. So basically, I'll show you everything just in case you don't know how this thing works. But if you go, so Castle Battle, if you go there, if you go Minister of the Interior, so President and Minister of the Interior can give title to people. So you have mostly two options. Either they are they are kind of auto approved. So for example, if I go, I can apply and I take it, and it's putting me in the queue, but it's giving it to me immediately, right? If not auto approved, you can apply and then you have a waiting list here. and the Minister of the Interior or the president have to go manually and decide, do I give the title to him or her, and when, and can move people around, like they have little arrows to move people around, so they can manage it, right? So, but often, if they are not thinking about it and they have to manually approve everything, they can miss stuff. So now they will have a red dot, which, I don't think they will enjoy that much, but they will have a red dot to know that there is a pending. It's probably helpful though. I've never been Minister of the Interior, so I don't know, but probably helpful. And that's good as well, that, additionally, avatars of chief who have applied or reserved a position cannot be tapped to view their profile, so you get a bit more information on the player. Purchase, pack limit purchase, replace remaining with event remaining in the description. Okay. Okay, so that means that it's a very small thing, right? When you buy a pack on an event, it says remaining, and it might cause confusion if people think they can buy it one time in their lifetime of the game. When it's event remaining, you can only buy it one time per event or 5 times per event. So it's just clarifying a bit the wording. Like, doesn't matter. You can buy packs on these things every event, no matter what. Crazy Joe. Consolidated multiple battle report into a single mail for easy viewing, so that's good. All battle reports in the Alliance log are not grouped under events tab. Okay, whatever. Not, Crazy Joe is giving like 70 plus, 100 plus reports, mails, so it's a bit a pain to deal with, but that's a small thing. Fishing tournament adjusted the requirements to active powercast. Okay, they don't say what that means. I think powercast is when you can use multiple hooks at one. So you can, you can use 5 attempts at one or something like that. So maybe it's available a bit sooner for people that, like fishing tournament is boring for many people now. I'll make a guide next week. We have it in the calendar, so I'll teach you how to get the skin for free. Like I got the skin, right? I got city skin, I got margin skin, and I got it on my farm. On this account, I buy the $1 pack every 4 weeks. On my farm, I never buy any packs. And I got it for my farm last event. I mean, two events ago, and I got it from my for my main city last time. And you can see I even have the March skin. So I'll teach you how to do that. It's not that hard. Just be patient, basically. But I'll teach you and to explain a bit what how to go for. A lot of small things. So Daybreak Island added 2 basic decoration, Celebration Palisade and Festive Mansory. Optimized the display of certain decoration. Okay, I just, who cares? You might, but I don't. Added 1 mythic decoration, Mushroom Domain. So basically, in the shop, skin shop. So if you are playing for a long time, you can more or less buy everything. So for me, I bought the city because I like it and it gives 2% troops attacks, and I bought the frame because it gives 2% defense. And I was assuming they will give us a new city skin at some point. They will give us like options. So I was collecting again. I could buy this one is giving no buff, so I don't care about the nameplate. I could buy the March because it's allowing you to hunt faster a bit, like auto hunting for certain events. But I was thinking they might give us a 10k, that costs 10k, and that costs 1.5k. So I was hoping they will give us a new city skin for 10k and I'll buy it. Instead, they are giving us an island, Daybreak Island decoration. So I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow or yeah. Secured Alliance Gathering node. All Alliance members will be notified. Okay, so when we pop that thing that you can, so usually for us we put like a marker on it and we say what it is so people can gather. So that's secured. So you cannot get attacked in SVS or at any time or during Brother in Arms kill event. You cannot, if you gather there, you are safe. You cannot be attacked. So that's a building that lasts 12 hours that we drop, and when you are inside, you are safe. So now when R4 is dropping one of these, you will get a notification. Okay, fair enough. Why not? Alliance log, optimize the display for attacks on your own alliance building. So that's, you will see things a bit better if you know, that's only useful early in the stage of a state. Usually it does not happen anymore, like buildings are burning. It might happen again with state merges. For us, I anticipate we have state merges around summer, so July, August, depending a bit on the when they do the next one. I think we won't be in the next one, we will be in the one after. And they do them every 3 months, so I would not be surprised 3-4 months if there is like one in March or one in April, and then another one this summer, and then our state will be merged. And that could be a time where, you know, people are fighting for power and control over the states and stuff, so that will be something I'll cover when it happened. Battle report, optimize the battle report layout for attack and rallies attack on your own alliance building. So okay, that's, yeah. I probably will never see that again myself, so if you have questions, you know, about this stuff, just send me screenshots in game, on Discord or somewhere. Just find me and, you know, send me your reports and I can try to help you understand that. Journey of Light, which is an event, added an auto expedition feature. Okay, we'll see when it happens. Alliance mobilization, chief avatar on the event leaderboard cannot be tapped to access profile, who cares. Mail added I mean, that could mean you can see people's, can you see people's alliance maybe for the opponents? I don't know, but that doesn't really matter. Mail added a time zone setting for battle report sharing. You will now be notified by mail when your garrison squad is relieved mid-March. Okay, so when R4 kind of cancel you, I don't know. These are not really important. Infirmary, when you choose select all to heal your injured troop, the system will keep this setting for the next time you visit. Okay. Whatever. Hero recruitment. The fixed rewards in point chest will be upgraded. So that's decent. I'll show you what they mean. Point chest, right? This one. Like these are not, I'll double check if this is really what they mean before I tell you something stupid. Maybe I misunderstood. Yeah, point chest will upgrade. That's exactly that, right? So that's giving you molly shards, and it's not really changing basically. So it will update and give you a bit of better rewards. Like it's a really tiny things, but they are doing that on every event, more or less every feature of the game. They are making them scale based on state progression. Every update there is an event or a pack that you buy or something that is kind of scaling with state progression. What, you know, it's always a good thing. It's not really important, but it's always a good thing. Alliance shop, the item in the Alliance shop will be upgraded, so same. Thank you for your support. So Alliance shop, I think they mean, so then they mean this one. They already done that in the past when they added things for pets. So before you could buy what you will buy before, right? Early stages of your state, you might buy discounted shields because you want to be safe and your state is a mess. Then you will buy discounted 70%, right? You want to buy 70% discount stuff. Otherwise, it's too much. It doesn't worth it, right? You buy maybe one rename or two 70% discount. Few other teleports, like that kind of teleport, depending on what you need. So you might buy some teleports. You might buy some shields. At some point, you will stop buying shield because your states will likely be settled and organized, and you will fight during SVS instead of fighting internally. And then the next thing you buy is likely speed ups, right? So you buy 40% is not enough, but if there was no pets to buy, then I would have bought, training speed ups, for example, and healing speed ups. But now they added the pets, so now you want to buy the pet stuff, right? But because they will add new items, and I'm not sure what these are, there is no explanation. It might be sandstones, it might be anything. Then you might not want to buy pet stuff anymore. You might just want, or teleports. You might want to buy the new stuff. So we will see tomorrow, and I'll try to think about the patch note, and I'll cover the new thing after the patch. So yeah, that's really it for today, I think. Maybe last quick one I forgot to mention, and I'll go through like reports of yesterday very quickly. So that's us defending versus their whale. So that's what the rally leader. But you can see bonus source is Denis, one of our player, because the strongest player in the state was away for a bit. He had to AFK for a bit. So when you have a stronger player joining a rally or a garrison than the rally leader, their stats are being used. And I will explain to you why we do that in a minute. I'll just do it now actually. The castle battle is up to 6 hours, and your pets are lasting 2 hours, right? And one of the pets is, because mine is not maxed out, but our rally leader have it maxed out now, I have it level 10, it's increasing the amount of rally capacity and stats overall, but that's mostly the main important one, because stats, if you buff your stats but you are still not the strongest, then it will use the stats of the strongest player in the rally still and not boost that dude's stats. So you mainly want it for that, for the rallying beast, and you want your rally leader to have it level 10. So for us, we have the strongest player of the state, called Rick, popping all his pets the first 2 hours of 10. So he got, bigger rallies and everything. Then when his pets are running out, then we have the second strongest rally leader popping his pets and holding rallies. And Rick is joining the rally, so you will see. And after hour 4, when Denis' pets are running out, then we have, for example, PT, Sneaky PT that's popping his pets and is holding the rally. So the rally capacity stay the biggest we can for the full 6 hours. So if they don't do that, if the opponent is not doing that, you will see that we have like in that case we got tripled or double rallied. So that's why we have little player inside the rally. Usually we have more. So I'll try to show you somewhere else, but that was what one. See, like we got 1.4. So we got big rally capacity, because we have pets for 6 hours by different rally leaders, and our strongest player, they are always joining the rally. So they are joining the rally where they are best heroes. They are not joining the rally with Jesse or something like that, because that will influence their stats. So you can see it's PT starting the rally because he has his pets active and Denis do not anymore. It's Denis' gear showing. PT's gear is not the same. Is Denis' heroes showing. And something you want to consider, and I won't go in depth today, but later in the game, marksman heroes are becoming less and less good. So when you start the game, you will see guides and people on YouTube and everywhere telling you it's all about marksmen. For us, if you look at it, also we are, because we were, let me see, oh no, that's our bad. We mismanaged the troop ratio in the castle as well. We want 60 and 40. We don't use any marksmen. There is no marksman used on Rick rallies, on Denis rallies, because as you can see, I mean, their marksmen are not bad, right? They still have gear and stuff, right? So they still develop marksmen, but they focus mostly on lancers and infantry. And if you look at the stats, right? If you look at lancers here, lancers are quite better than marksmen as well. So whenever they invest in research, in charms, in stuff, like it's mostly infantry and lancers. I mean, they still have their marksmen decent, right? But they focus more. And later in the game, Generation 5, it starts, I think we started in Generation 4, so it's not too late in the game. And I've seen many older states still doing it in Generation 7 or 8. So that's something you might want to consider, is to go 60 infantry, 40% lancers, and kind of forgetting the marksmen. That's an option. And that means, when you work towards your T11 troops, when you unlock Fire Crystal 5, 6, 7, 8, it changes the focus of going for infantry marksmen. You go for infantry lancers instead. And especially for T11, you might want to have at the beginning, certain people going for infantry, certain people going for lancers, or marksmen if you use them. So people send a full march of whatever T11 troop they have. So someone is, you have 6 players sending full marches of infantry and 4 players sending full marches of lancers, so you have a 60-40. It doesn't work that way. You fill a rally with less than 10 people, but just to give you an example of how you could do it. So that's, battle reports. But you could see, right, that's our challenge in many cases, and that was been my challenge is most of the state I've been playing in, we did not have a maxed out player, and we were against maxed out players. And you see, like, that's Charms level 7, here they are level 10, that's gear T1 or T2, and that's T3, so, you see the difference, right? And Charms is mostly lethality and health. So you see lethality and health, and it's probably research and other places as well, but you can see how much of a difference there is between these two players. And Deniziv is a very strong player. He has Charms could be worked on, but he focused on other stuff. He has very good hero gear and everything. He's a very good player, but matching against a maxed out player is really tough. So 60, 40, 0 troop ratio for older states could be something to highly consider. I think it's worth it to consider it. It's easier to upgrade things on two troops instead of 3. It's a lot cheaper, and it's a lot easier to be stronger on 2 troops instead of 3. And you can make some research if you want, but I believe I've seen it until generation 7 at least being used on older states. And for arena, for for labyrinths, things like that, you might want still to do your marksman a bit, but if you have something to focus on, you know what to do basically. Then see, I'm first in kill count, and some people might think I'm a bad player because I kill everyone. I just do that on SVS. I just fight a lot on SVS, and if you look at I never fight on my state. I never did. I'm just very active on SVS, and if you look at yesterday, I got first. I did a lot of... That's why I don't want to stream it. It's really crazy for me. I care to rank first or top 3 here. I really go mad. So that means I'm doing solo attacks between rallies. I'm using healing speed ups quite a bit. I'm spamming clicking all day to heal my troops like a madman. So it's very intense for me, very tiring. I cannot really reach out and chill because I have to talk, to talk to, to help to organize the fight a bit. I'm not the main guy doing that. I let the other one do it, but sometimes I need to contribute a bit or to cascade information back to my alliance or stuff like that. So it's a very intense 6 hours. But that's, juicy rewards. That's why I care to be top 3, top 5 is good enough, right? But it's a charm upgrade for me. A lot of gems. So that's crazy insane. And if you look at fights, though, I could not rank as well as I wanted to. I was number 5. Like, the Hef went crazy. He killed a lot of people. I could have killed... I don't know if I could have killed as much. But see, there are these 3 people in their state defending. And they are all far stronger than me, and they could have this dude that attacked me and destroyed 700k troop with 1 march. These guys were nearly as strong. So yeah, so I did as much as I can. Got rank 5, which give me not as much as I wanted to, but I got the city skin for sure. Decent gems, a bit of fire crystal. Tiny bit of shards, and which allows me to basically get the last... I was missing 14 shards, so I popped them up yesterday from general mythic shards. I used some of mine, so I'll be able to max her tomorrow, because there will be armament competition with fire crystal and hero shards, so that's how you do it. I won't max her tomorrow. I'll max her on Tuesday, like I explained to you. You want to delay your armament competition to Tuesday because of Tundra Trading Station, and it makes me think I need to send an in-game message to my alliance about it. So yeah, so that's an hour-long video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.